dancing oranges, the power bill against my sleeve. Someone had changed the paper label. When did temporary leave? The metal door caught my knuckle. I leaned too close to read. Your name sat slightly higher, mine bent along the seam. I had asked for something certain. Now I wasn't ready yet. Names on the mailbox, black type under yellow light. Not a vow or an announcement, just an address made precise, and the hallway altered by it. You called while I was upstairs. One orange rolled into the sink. The landlord needed names, you said, so I told him what to print. You might have warned me, I tried. We laughed, but neither laugh was easy. I almost caught the curling corner with my thumbnail just to see how little force it might require to make us temporary. Then your breathing warmed the line. You asked if I had eaten. You called the apartment our place without stopping to correct it. Names on the mailbox, still no proof we'll get this right. I said ours and heard it strangely, then let the words survive the night. I went back down before you came, smoothed the corner with my thumb, left both names flat on the metal, and carried the oranges up. The alarm shook under the pillow, blue digits burning 510. You didn't move, I watched it tremble. When did sleep become a debt between us? I stopped the sound with one cold hand. Your work shirt hung damp on the chair. You slept through my alarm. I treated it like evidence, as if your body had decided not to meet me in the morning, not simply failed to rise. You came in barefoot after sunrise. Why didn't you wake me? I tried, I hadn't. I had only watched your shoulder lifting slowly with each breath. You touched the coffee and withdrew. I got in sometime after 3. Your fingers shook around the button. My jaw hurt from staying closed. I needed help and didn't ask it. You needed sleep and didn't know. No villain stood between us, only hours neither body owned. You slept through my alarm. Now the sentence weighs less cleanly. Not proof that you had stopped caring, but what 3 hours sleep had done. I moved the clock beside my lamp. Set tomorrow for 5:10. Leave water near your folded sleeve, and close the bedroom door halfway. I couldn't read the signs above them. Rain shone on every wooden crate. My hand chose one green pear, then another. Why, when you were working late? Your message lit the freezer glass. Don't wait, I don't know, man. I put the softer pear back once, then reached and took it up again. Never write your coffee down. My hands remember where it is. I know the soap you say smells wrong, the rice you tolerate with fish. The market lowered half its lights. My basket pulled against my wrist. I still buy two, one firm and one already sweet, one for whatever time I wake, one for if our mornings meet. At checkout I removed the second, left it near the paper gum. Walked 3 steps toward the doorway, then turned back for what I'd done. The woman waiting moved her basket. I apologized and reached. No one had requested this from me. I still buy two. Now I hear the counting too. One is care I choose to offer, one is what I want from you. I asked the cashier for a paper bag. She folds the top down twice. I slip the receipt between the pears and carry both into the night. You held 2 cups against your coat and pushed the roof door with your heel. How did morning find us laughing before this city started feeling real? The tar was wet beneath our shoes. A pigeon guarded half the wall. Your paper lid had split along the rim. We drank the coffee anyway. Rooftop coffee. Before the buses filled, before work took the morning back. You practiced 3 unfamiliar street names. I corrected one and got it wrong. A vent kept rattling behind us like a badly tuned machine. You drew our roots across the cup lid. One line bent toward your office, one reached the train for me. You laughed when coffee marked my cuff and wiped it with a paper cup it leaves, the later silence out. That roof cannot decide the present, it only proves the morning happened. We didn't promise we would love it, we only hated going down. Rooftop coffee before work, cheap, unfinished, running cold. We were not more certain then, we were simply less informed. Today I find the cardboard sleeve inside the pocket of my work coat. I fold it once, return it there, and take the stairs down to work. I passed the turn beside the station, left my travel card inside my coat. Why did I blame the evening buses when I had chosen the longer road? A locksmith pulled his shutters down, warm flour crossed the wet pavement. The street I knew stayed straight behind me. A delivery bike brushed past my elbow and sprayed the hem of my trousers. Taking the longer route, past the schoolyard, past the square, counting 5 where 4 would do. Learning streets you never showed me, acting as if I didn't care. My left shoe opened at the seam, I nearly called to ask direction. Instead I followed 3 blue awnings, bought a needle from a corner shop, misunderstood the owner twice, then watched her point me toward the bridge. A child had chalked 3 crooked arrows, each one pointing somewhere else. You called when I was nearly home. The service must be bad, you said. I told you. I walked. You asked me why. I needed to arrive alone. You went quiet, then said, "All right." I heard the lift close behind you. Taking the longer route, not lost though I looked that way, late enough to sound defensive, to hear the weakness in my reason, wet enough to tell the truth. At the entrance I write the street name on the back of my receipt, slide it behind my travel card, and wipe the rain from both my feet. The alarm shook under the pillow, blue digits burning 510. You didn't move, I watched it tremble. When did sleep become a debt between us? I stopped the sound with one cold hand. Your work shirt hung damp on the chair. You slept through my alarm. I treated it like evidence, as if your body had decided not to meet me in the morning, not simply failed to rise. You came in barefoot after sunrise. Why didn't you wake me? I tried, I hadn't. I had only watched your shoulder lifting slowly with each breath. You touched the coffee and withdrew. I got in sometime after 3. Your fingers shook around the button. My jaw hurt from staying closed. I needed help and didn't ask it. You needed sleep and didn't know. No villain stood between us, only hours neither body owed. You slept through my alarm. Now the sentence weighs less cleanly. Not proof that you had stopped caring, but what 3 hours sleep had done. I move the clock beside my lamp, set tomorrow for 5:10. Leave water near your folded sleeve, and close the bedroom door halfway. I open the fridge to find the milk, cold air along my bare forearm. My keys were on the middle shelf. How long had I been moving wrong? They lay beside the jar of mustard, silver teeth beneath the light. I laughed because it looked ridiculous, then stopped because it didn't. The motor clicked behind me, keys in the fridge. A small mistake until I couldn't name the moment they got there. I tried to rebuild the evening: coat, shoes, message, grocery bag. I remembered turning on the kettle. After that, the room went blank. Your message waited on the screen, asking whether I got home. I had answered with one word, then forgotten sending it. I found the sugar by the doorway, read one sentence 4 times through, knew each word when it was separate, lost their meaning, joined together. You said, "Sit down." I said, "I'm fine." The answer came too quickly. My hand stayed on the fridge door. Keys in the fridge, not funny. When the cold is the only thing I notice, I carry them back across the room, drop them in an empty bowl, then stand before the open fridge, trying to remember why I came, while cold air reaches the floor. I erased the little question mark you penciled in Tuesday Square. Why had I kept the evening empty for? Maybe you weren't there. I wrote my class in blue ink, circled 7:30 twice. For 6 weeks I had skipped the class and called the choice considerate. Each Tuesday I cooked something late and blamed you for not eating. Tuesdays are mine again, not against you, not away. Just one evening I won't leave vacant, in case your plans should change. One promise carrying my name. At 6:15 you called and told me your final meeting had been moved. You're free until tomorrow. Could you stay? We could get food. The kettle clicked behind your voice. I stood with half my coat buttoned, my notebook pressed against my side. I already said I'm going. The silence lasted half a breath. Then you said, I hope it's good. I said, I'll tell you when I'm back. Tuesdays are mine again, written clearly, written small. Room for you inside my stories, not a need to fill them all. I close the calendar at 8, wrap the blue scarf round my shoulders, turn the key from the hallway, and leave before I change my mind. The grocer reached below the counter, set your coffee by my bread. How did he know which one was yours when I had never said? He nodded toward the western window. He comes after 8. I almost said, we live together. The grocer knows us separately. Your late coffee, my early bread. Not the woman who comes with you. He speaks my name instead. He knows you never buy the peaches. He knows I bruise them, testing each. He saves dark tea for your evenings and keeps the plain soap within my reach. He knows I come with coins prepared. You always search through every pocket. You have jokes here you never told me. I have mornings you have never seen. 2 lives learned by one small counter, neither hidden, neither merged. Part of me felt almost jealous that he knew you on your own. Which hour, which coffee, which silence, which way you carried purchases home. Then relief arrived beside it. The grocer knows us separately, not as distance, not disguise, but as 2 familiar customers with different hours and different lives. He asks if I will take your coffee. I say no, he'll come tonight. He sets it back beneath the counter. I leave carrying only mine. Slid 3 blank lines toward me. I wrote your number in the first. Why did my hand repeat it when the next asked for somebody else? Emergency contact, you. Local reference, you again. Someone who could pick me up. The same familiar digits. 1 number for everything. I called it simple, called it smart, until the empty second line looked larger than the form. At work you're listed as my backup. At home you know the building code. The mechanic calls your number when I leave mine on silent mode. The landlord keeps your work extension. The dentist does the same. You know which clinic takes our card, which train still runs past 10, which neighbor has the spare fuse. The nurse returned and tapped the the paper, this one cannot be the same. I searched through every recent call, deliveries, work, unfamiliar names. No second person I would wake. A woman coughed behind the curtain. My pen marked the same groove. One number for everything, not convenience anymore, but one whole city balanced at full weight on a person's ringing phone. I copy your number one more time, leave the final line unfilled, fold the paper at the margin, and place it in the waiting tray. The driver asked us for one address. Your exam began at 9. My first public reading was across town. Which life were we meant to cancel? Every train had stopped in rain. One taxi waited at the curb. You said, take it, I can miss mine. I heard the old solution in those words. The cab smelled faintly of wet vinyl. Your sleeve dripped onto the seat. My phone said both of us were late. Neither cab door had closed. Don't make this noble. Someone has to choose. The meter glowed behind the glass. The driver looked away from us. You've crossed the city more than once. Choose both lives, not yours erased inside of mine, not mine protected by your absence. You said there isn't enough time. I said then neither route is safe. A second cab turned at the corner. You raised one hand into the rain. The crossing signal counted backward. Will you be all right? Not perfectly still. Go. If you become my only shelter, I will never learn these streets. If I become your only reason, you will disappear by degrees. Choose both lives, your work, my voice, our unfinished trust. Not two people turning strangers, not one person becoming us. You take the cab toward the eastern line. I raise my hand for the next. You pass me the umbrella, point west, and run into the rain. I left beside the river after daylight. You took the western line at 6. Would we carry both our bad days into the same small room tonight? A new friend kept me talking late. I missed the bus and walked uphill. You tell me later that your train stalled, that someone argued near the doors, that you bought tea beside the platform and took the longer western stairs. Neither of us sent directions. Neither asked the other to wait. Two roads toward one room, yours beneath the railway light, mine past markets closing slowly, both still moving through the night. Your umbrella waits inside the doorway. My bread rests in a paper sleeve. You say the exam was harder, I say the reading moved too fast. Neither story corrects the other. We leave our phones beside the window. You fill the kettle halfway. I set out 2 plates without pretending. Supper fixes either day. Some evenings we will miss each other. Some weeks we'll ask too much. Tonight we let each story finish. You come home by the western line. I climb the market stairs, 2 routes to the table. 2 separate days laid there. You pull your chair, I pull mine. We meet before the tea goes cold.